2 on Sunday after the Leafs just beat the Chicago Blackhawks 5-4. Shouldn't have been that, but I know you watched the game, Mark. What'd you think?
Wow, it was a roller coaster of emotions. At first, I'm like, this is awesome. We're killing them exactly how we should be killing the Chicago Blackhawks. And then all of a sudden, couple really sloppy plays. I don't want to call anyone out, Justin Hall, but all of a sudden, they just started dominating us. We couldn't get it out of our own end. We couldn't cover man to man to save our life. And all of a sudden it was a game. And I'm like, uh-oh, Peter Mrazek. But then we clutched it up at the end, which we kind of had trouble doing in the past. So we came out with a W, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, because 2 months from now, we're not going to be remembering this game. And that's usually how it works. It's like, that's another weird thing is that bounce that, for anyone who didn't watch, the bounce that Kampf, who scored against his old team, congrats, scored was just like a dump in, bounce. The goalie went back to play the puck, bounce right out on his stick. You put it in. And that's usually what happens against the Leafs. Like, it's very rare do the Leafs actually get a bounce. And it was just like, this year might be different. Who knows? Usually we're not going to get those bounces. It's the other team. And
that was Kampf not giving up and just like full blast. He was just skating straight for the net. So if he wouldn't have been doing that, the bounce would have just went out and nothing would have happened. So I'm loving him.
Yeah, no, he's awesome. And Cash is playing amazing on the top line. He had 4 shots, only second to Austin Matthews, who had 5 shots last night. And Kasha he looked amazing. You just gotta that's the only thing about having him on the first line to understand why you have to do it. But it's just like playing him that many minutes, man, you don't want to get him hurt because he's just like showing how valuable he is,
Yeah.
But yeah, as soon as the Taves goal went in, I was like, oh no, here we go again. And then Mrazek made some amazing saves. I did want to talk about Hall because that's kind of the talk of Leafs Twitter right now. And shout out to downtown Stephen Brown, who I think retweeted a video of the play where it's a foot race for the puck and Hall was paired with Rubens. Rubens, but and Rubens is keeping up with the guy in a foot race, and the guy had a head of steam. So it just shows how Rubens is 6'5", like 240 pounds, something like that. And he's keeping up to a Chicago forward. And it was going to be a puck battle. It was like an off angle. And then Hall you just see in the video, Hall just comes in and goes straight to and leaves this guy wide open. The guy just touches it to the guy wide open. But the messed up part was that Rubens got benched.
Yeah, it was weird. He didn't have I wonder what his ice time was because I didn't notice him a whole lot in this.
Well, he got benched after that play, but that play wasn't his fault. So
but he keeps sticking up for Hall, which is
the only thing I can kind of think of is like, firstly, I don't know. You feel like you'd have all those iPads back there. You'd have to look at that right away and know that it wasn't Ruben's fault. But the only thing I can think of is like, I don't know the scouting system of the NHL. Don't know how thorough they are, but if they are shopping Hall to any degree, they're giving him 22, 23 minutes a night in top 4 minutes. Teams can use that. He's cost controlled, like as a low cap hit. Like maybe they're trying to show him off, and like if you bench him, that his value goes down, right? So like that's like maybe they're doing that. I don't man, I guess now I can say I don't like that strategy, but maybe when we trade him for like a second round pick, I might be like, oh shit, so
and the injuries right now, like we have to give him more ice time.
But I mean, do we? Because like we could see if Christian Rubens is any type of player, like play him or play Liljegren at 22 minutes, keep Rubens a little bit more sheltered because you don't want to ruin the guy's confidence, but like play Liljegren at a high level. And I think they paired him with Muzzin last night. So that's a step in the right direction. And he looked good, but I think there's also a stat, and this might be hyperbolic, but they were like the last like 10 or 12 goals against the Leafs, Justin Hall has been out for every single one of them.
Well, his plus minus would show.
Yeah, and he's on the penalty kill a lot.
Yeah.
And they haven't been as good on the penalty kill. So I don't know
Yeah.
if that is true. I feel like I'd have to look into that more. But
Yeah.
yeah, let's get to some of the good stuff.
The positives.
Yeah, and I know we didn't really do a post game for Tampa, so we'll do that one super quick. What do you think of the Tampa game? Did you get to tune in?
Oh gosh, I can't even remember it. The Tampa game. Did you watch that one?
Yeah,
I think I only caught part of the first, and then I had to go to bed because I had an exam Friday at 8 a.m.
Yeah,
so I missed most of it.
They outchanced them every single period. They ended up losing because that was just one of the times that the bounces just don't go your way. Like there was two bounces. I think it went off Willie's stick, the one, and the other one was like a weird bounce to Stamkos that put it in. And it's just like, those games you just lose. And everyone on Twitter was saying like, well, we're still not as good as Tampa. This was like, I think Dangle even said, he was like, well, the one thing I learned about that, we're still not as good as Tampa. And it's like,
oh my gosh,
it's one game. Tampa next game lost 4-0 to the Ottawa Senators.
Yeah,
it's hockey. Things are going to change every game, and the Leafs outchance them every single period. So
yeah, I think they kept it close. Like,
yeah,
it was an empty netter at the end.
Yeah, and it was tied until like the third period. So
yeah,
it's just a weird. Everyone just wants to find something wrong with this team.
Oh my!
Granted, Tampa is missing Kucherov, Point, and Cirelli.
Oh,
so they're missing.
I guess yeah. Both sides are banged up.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like we're also showing just how important Sandin is to this roster, which is kind of nice to see.
Oh, he's been, he's everything we want him to be so far.
Yeah, and he's not coming out of the lineup. I don't think ever again for the
Leafs. No, definitely not. He's solidified that third line.
Yeah. And Peter Mrazek, what'd you think of his play style?
So. Yeah, I can see why he gets injured because he is just bending every which way, which I love at first. Because at first I'm like, this guy is killing it. He's back. But then all of a sudden he let in 4 goals and you're like, ooh. Yeah. But he still clutched up and made like some huge saves. So I feel like he's only going to get better. It was his first game back. So
yeah,
I have to see him in one more, but he has let in like, I think at least 3 goals per game so far as a Leaf.
In all 3 games, yeah.
So it's
and there was against the Red Wings, Blackhawks, and I forget the other team. But it's just like those are the teams, like
you should only have 2.
Yeah. So like he reminds me a little bit of like Curtis Joseph, Curtis McElhinney, because they're just like so unconventional and they're like doing splits and doing pad stacks and stuff like that. And it's just like and then Campbell's in that and he's just like very sound, like an OG kind of goalie, like does the angles super well, similar to Freddie. And for Freddie for so long, I think we got used to that style because when I remember when McElhinney would come in, we'd all be like, this is so scary. Every time he was just flopping around and then it just looked like he had the best saves ever. It was like the one the Curtis Joseph's year. I don't know if you remember this save, but he went into the corner and the puck came out and he was so out of position. He had to jump across with his stick and he saved the puck with like the handle of his stick.
Yes.
But it's only because he was so out of position to make that save, So it's just like, that was the thing with Anderson. He rarely made like any saves where like, holy fuck, that was amazing.
A highlight reel.
Right. Because he was in position. But Mrazek is going to be one of those guys who are making these Jonathan Quick is another one. Just makes like these crazy saves. And it's like, what? But you didn't need to do that,
Yeah. I think he's going to be all right. As long as he can just stay healthy. Like, Frig, we need you. Give Campbell a rest.
Well, this week we only have 2 games. We'll do a preview for the Oilers game on Tuesday because that's going to be a big one. It's a bit of a later game. It's on at 6 my time, so 9 your time.
Okay.
And that'll be a good one with Hyman returning. So we'll preview that one for you guys, and then the next game will be Saturday, and that one is against the Canucks. So sorry, I messed up. So we play the Oilers on Tuesday,
right?
Flames on Thursday, and Canucks on Saturday. So this is our Western Canada road trip. And I don't know. Those seemed like 3 winnable games. So
Yeah.
I guess we'll.
And another positive is that our power play is just unbelievable right now.
Yeah.
So if we can keep that up, like if
when
like
Mitch
every
comes back
time,
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
because Matthews is just he's every week he just takes another step, and now I'm like, oh my god, this guy's the best.
And now they definitely can't take Kasha off PP1 or 2, whatever one he goes on. We were talking about it all the time on this podcast. We were like, why is Engvall on there and Kasha isn't? Now Kasha is just like wrecking worlds out there because that guy's hype. That's exactly what we all love as Leafs fans. It's just like there was the Richie's first goal, and he was just like he was like so hype, and it was that guy on the bench with that stash. Oh man, yeah, legend.
He is, yeah. Him and Tom have just been, and Bunting, 3 pieces that are just working.
And I don't hate Richie as much anymore too. So this is this is getting better and better
because he's down on the lower line.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And he's throwing the body around a little bit more.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for us. We're going to do a preview for the Oilers game. We're going to start doing some more game previews, just going over the other team's lineup, some of the injuries and what to expect. And we'll try and do those before most of the games.
Yeah.
So
you'll know what the heck's going on.